Well, I want to say good morning. Good morning. It is a super Saturday, and I want to welcome you all to this powerful intro to Nitro, our NingXia class. Okay. Nitro is one of the products, but we're going to be talking about NingXia today. And I just want you to know, NingXia is something that has really changed my life. And I'm so glad to have you here to train on it. This is going to be an intense, a concentrated training on one of the most powerful whole foods on the planet. And my hope is when you get done with this class, you will see why you need to be taking it as a regular dietary supplement and everyone in your family. Before we get started this morning, I really want to take you just into a really quick peek of the company that makes NingXia and let you see overall how this product is made and the time, the effort, the intention that goes into this amazing, amazing supplement. Young Living, I really respect them for their integrity and because they put product over profit. And you'll see that as you look at this video that's going to just show you how what we're going to be talking about today. NingXia is processed from the field to the bottle. And then we'll get started with a little bit more.
NingXia Red's journey begins in the remote hills of the former Chinese province of Ningxia. It's a story of high-quality ingredients and exacting processes coming together to produce a premium essential oil-infused drink. NingXia Red, a seed-to-seal story. The wolfberry, or goji berry, gives our drink its rich, signature crimson color. At Young Living, we work directly with Chinese vendors to grow wolfberries in locations that are rigorously tested for the presence of pesticides, heavy metals, and other potential contaminants. Once the wolfberries are harvested, they're cleaned and sent off to be pureed. Puree of this superfruit is the drink's core ingredient. Why puree and not juice? Because it captures more of the wolfberry's nutritional potential from both pulp and juice. We test this puree both before and after it is shipped from China to ensure that it meets our strict requirements. Because fiber, zeaxanthin, critical amino acids, and polysaccharides are found in the whole berry, you're not missing out on any of these valuable nutrients. NingXia Red is also formulated with a flavorful blend of blueberry, plum, cherry, aronia, and pomegranate concentrates, plus grape seed extract. These fruits have powerful compounds, phytonutrients, polyphenols, vitamins, and minerals that support your full body wellness. What really sets NingXia Red apart, though, is a blend of 4 citrus essential oils: orange, tangerine, lemon, and rare yuzu. These essential oils support healthy digestion, promote a positive outlook, and more. So how does this whole body nutrient infusion make it to the homes of our members around the world? Once all of the ingredients have passed our testing and quality checks, they're weighed and combined. We then fill our signature frosted glass bottles with this halal and kosher certified blend of wolfberry puree, superfruit juices and extracts, and essential oils. Each bottle gets 2 final quality inspections, once before it is boxed and again between the time it leaves our facility and is shipped directly to you. Serve up 2 delicious ounces daily to take advantage of NingXia Red's balanced ingredients that support whole body wellness, energy levels, eye health, help fight against oxidative stress, and support normal cellular function. Now that you've seen the journey of Young Living's NingXia Red, from wolfberry fields in China to homes worldwide, we hope that NingXia Red can be an essential part of your journey to transformed wellness. NingXia Red's journey begins.
Yes, it really has been amazing, the process it goes from the farm to get to you. So first of all, before we get started, I do want to make sure that you understand that what I'm going to be sharing with you is not intended to replace the advice of your healthcare provider. It's not intended to diagnose, to treat, to prevent, or to cure any disease. This information is for educational purposes only. I am a doctor of education and I am committed to helping people have all the resources they have to be advocates for their health and to take care of their families and be able to move into a place where they are excited about their healthcare goals. And so let's get started here this morning. I want to thank you again for being with me, and we'll get right on into this class. First of all, I want you to remember that it's not always what you are cutting out of your diet. It's also about what you are putting into your body. And if I could pick just one Young Living supplement, my personal favorite would be NingXia. You see, you can't just get what you need from your food. No, not anymore. The food, the way it is processed today, is not the food that God intended when He made this earth. It's not the food that is being grown today. You see, today, food is repeatedly grown on the same land with pesticides and with fertilizers. Scientists are creating new varieties of crops that grow faster and they resist bugs. And while this is exciting and innovative, the plants don't have the time that they really need to absorb the same nutrients. The soil loses its vitamins and minerals and the microbes faster than they can be replaced. There was a Cushing Institute analysis of nutrient data in 1975 to 1997, just 22 years, and they found that the average calcium levels in 12 fresh fruits and vegetables had dropped 27%. Iron levels had dropped 30%. Vitamin C had dropped 30%. You would have to eat 8 oranges today to get the same amount of vitamin A that your grandparents got. And maybe you can't get enough from plants, but you're thinking, okay, I'll get it from the meat I eat. But actually, when the plants contain fewer nutrients, the animals that eat them are also malnourished. A study from the Journal of Nutrition and Health found that copper levels in the United Kingdom are down 90% in dairy, 55% in meat, and 76% in vegetables. And you know what? Water is also depleted of minerals because of the plants pulling for more nutrients and because of modern production methods, which are intended to be efficient, but don't allow us to get the maximum nutrients out of our food. It means more plants on the same land and more crop rotations over and over and over are just depleting the nutritive value. And then there are town filtration systems, okay? Many of these systems remove important minerals like magnesium, which is essential for 300 biochemical reactions in your body. And then top that off by adding chlorine and fluoride. It's just not the same food. Beyond that, nutrient absorption declines with age. So the older that we get, the less our bodies are able to absorb the nutrients from the foods that we eat. And nutrient deficiencies hurt your performance. You don't have the energy you have. It causes DNA damage. It makes you age faster, and it causes chronic diseases. That is why we need to supplement our diets. When I was in my nutrition classes over 30 years ago, they didn't believe that supplementation was necessary. They believed that if you ate food, that was all that was necessary. But now everyone will agree you need to have some good supplementation. So what is NingXia? Well, it is a whole wolfberry puree. If you leave your NingXia on the counter for a few minutes, you'll notice that it divides into 2 colors. The color on the bottom is pureed fruit, and that's about half to a third of the bottle. And by using the entire plant and not just its juice, you now have a whole food supplement. And that's what makes it so powerful. So you can see here how that color on the bottom, which is a half to a third, is actually the puree. And that will settle if you sit that bottle, say, on the counter for a couple of hours. You'll see it settle. But that is why this is so good for you. NingXia wolfberries grow in the NingXia River Valley in China. On top of that, The juice is blended with blueberry, aronia, cherry, pomegranate, and plum juices, and it has a natural stevia extract, grapeseed extract, pure vanilla extract, and the orange are used through the lemon and the tangerine essential oils, as you saw earlier. NingXia is the only nutritive drink on the market that combines whole Chinese wolfberries and pure premium grade essential oils into a single beverage. Now, there are at least 80 species of the Lycinium berries worldwide, but only the barbarum shows the highest nutrient levels in scientific testing. The NingXia region holds the gold certificate, and that's China's equivalent to the USDA's organic certification. They are grown with no fertilizers, no pesticides, no sulfur, no irrigation, no dyes, and no heavy metals of lead, arsen, mercury, or cadmium in the soil. The NingXia region's irrigation water comes from the Yellow River, which is upstream from all the pollutants of the major cities. The Yellow River floods the NingXia plants with a layer of minerals and silt every year. And the farms in NingXia are in a semi-arid region with plenty of sunlight. And it has a high temperature in the morning, and in the evening it's lower. And that's so good because the temperature differences cause the liquids in the plants to move a lot easier. The elevation is just right for the plant to be the most productive as well. Any other place in the world would not have the same ecological conditions of the pH of the water, the nutrients in the soil, or the silt from the Yellow River. The conditions have earned NingXia the distinction of being China's recognized herbal medicine valley. NingXia has a high nutritional content and a naturally occurring organic sugar, the sugar that allows your cells to talk. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. NingXia is China's only medicinal wolfberry production base, and the Lycinium or barum variety of the wolfberry is superior in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants, more than any other wolfberry in the world. There is this China proverb that goes around a lot, and it says, if you want to be happy, just go take a nap. But if you want to be happy for a day, go fishing. And if you want to be happy for a lifetime, help people. And that's really why I'm teaching about NingXia. That's really why I'm teaching about supplements and why it's important to get the proper supplements in your body, because I really want to help people. I really have a passion to see how we can reduce health disparities and how people can live a life that's really vibrant all the way to the end. So let me just tell you a little bit about my story. You see, as a child, I had very, very, very little energy. I was kind of sick as a child, and it kind of bothered my mother. I would have spells where I would faint and I would just pass out. And when others were playing and things like that, I just didn't have the energy to do the same things. So my mother took me to the doctor, and the doctor that looked at me did a study or test or something. But I can just remember my legs dangling and him looking to my mother and saying, I don't see anything wrong with her. This is all in her head. And my mother just couldn't buy that. She wasn't satisfied with it. And she started doing her own research on how nutrition might affect my health and the health of our family. And honestly, she was ahead of her time. And some of the things that she did really helped. And I survived pretty well as a child. I learned to eat better food. I learned to eat more often. But you know what? When I got away from my mom's house, I was excited to be able to eat like other people. And I adopted the standard American diet. Okay. My first year in marriage, I got so tired. I just crashed. I would sleep all day. I would sleep all night. I couldn't get up and do anything. And I would have friends that were coming over and bringing dinner because I was just so fatigued. And I remember a friend coming over one time and she brought a dish. And then she said, I recommend that you go see my doctor. It's a nutrition doctor. And I thought, a nutrition doctor? Well, I had studied nutrition in school, and they had taught us that doctors like that were quacks because they didn't believe that what you ate had anything to do with disease at that time. And so I really was kind of like, well, do I not? And then I thought, what do I have to lose? So I went to this doctor. He did one test. He sent me home with a diet and not with medication. And he told me something I was not going to ever forget. He said, young lady, if you don't make some lifestyle changes now, you are going to have diabetes by the time you're in your 30s or 40s. And I didn't want that because diabetes ran in my family. And so that is what started my journey to wellness. I started eating mostly fruits and vegetables. I tried to keep up with the 70 to 80% raw foods. I did a lot of juicing. I looked for organic foods. It was wonderful the way I felt. The problem was it was very, very difficult. It was difficult to keep up the juicing. It was difficult to find foods that didn't have pesticides and fertilizers and all those kinds of things in it. It was difficult to keep up with my family and my work and all that. And so when I discovered NingXia, I was super, super excited because here I had a quick, convenient whole food supplement, and I could take it when I was in times of distress, when I was in a hurry, when I was unable to eat, whether I was traveling or whether I was grieving. Here I had a supplement that would keep my nutrient level up where it needed to be and my energy level where it needed to be during those times. What's really been exciting to me is that when I had my last physical checkup, my doctor came in and she was just all smiles. She was so excited. She said, "You have made my day." She said, "I'm looking at your numbers and they're that of a person 20 years younger. You don't have diabetes, you don't have heart disease, you're on no medications." She said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." And I just thank God for the many things that I've learned. And that's why I'm really, really excited about the ability to be able to share these things with you, because we can be healthier than we think. So let's talk a little bit about the journey that NingXia took to get to your doorstep. It really is kind of hard to bring something sacred from China all the way to the United States. You see, Gary Young was in search of the fountain of youth and a plant that was eaten that helped people live well into their hundreds. He had had some amazing health challenges, a logging accident. He was not even expected to walk or live very long. And so as he was searching to restore his own health, he was searching to see what he could find that would help others. And he searched all over the earth. And his journey is actually chronicled in a book that you can pick up called Wolfberry, the NingXia Wolfberry, the ultimate superfood. And I really like this book, not only because it tells his story, which is great, but it also gives a lot of the research behind how this particular superfood can help with many, many diseases. He found that people living in the NingXia region in China had exceptional lifespans and something in common. They were nibbling on this berry, making tea out of it, and drying the fruit and eating it. And he took the berry back to his lab in the United States, and that started the journey of the red berry that was made in the United States here on our soil. But once he found NingXia, it took 7 years to get it past customs in the United States and to get it formulated. It started first as berry young juice, just a juice, but then it was reformulated to include the peel and the flesh of the wolfberry fruit. So let's talk a little bit about more science behind why NingXia works. The science is important. I know it's a little nerdy. I'll try not to make it too difficult, but here are 7 quick reasons with simple explanations. Number 1, NingXia is loaded with antioxidants. 1 ounce of NingXia is equal to 2 pounds of wolfberries. And there are 17 to 18 species of wolfberry, but only the NingXia wolfberry has the ability to deliver all of the micro and the macronutrients that are bioavailable to the cells of your body. Antioxidants play a huge role in aging, memory, arthritis, inflammation, and so much more. Oxygen radical absorbent capacity, the ORAC, it's a method of measuring antioxidant capacities. And presently, the highest antioxidant on the ORAC scale is vitamin E, which comes in between 800 and 1200. That's followed by blueberries, raspberries, pomegranates. A combination of fruits together reach around 3,000 on the ORAC scale. The ORAC score in NingXia is 27,300. Yes, 27,300. So let's just take a look at a video that will actually show off the antioxidant power of NingXia Red. Join Diamond Debbie Erickson as she takes you on a shopping trip.
Hey, I'm Debbie Erickson. I'm Young Living Diamond here in Dallas, Texas. We're filming on location at a Whole Foods here in Plano, Texas. I've been in Young Living for soon to be 7 years, and I've been a very happy NingXia Red daily user almost that entire 7 years. Our 6 kids, our 6 grandkids, my 94-year-old mother-in-law, our 2 black labs, we all love our NingXia Red on a daily basis. It is a superfood. It is nutrient dense. The NingXia Wolfberry has over 200 times the amount of antioxidant value than any other food. And I want to talk to you about 3 things today here as we're going to take you on a fun shopping trip here in Whole Foods. I want to talk about the synergistic value that the NingXia Wolfberry has, along with the other 6 fruits that are in NingXia Red, plus 4 essential oils. That synergy, which means the whole is greater than the parts. The sum whole of NingXia Red is greater than just the NingXia Wolfberry by itself, or the other 6 fruits, or the 4 oils. It's an amazing superfood. And I believe as an RN and as a Young Living leader that everybody should have it as a foundation to their healthy daily diet. But I also want to talk to you about the comparative value of NingXia Red. When you look at what the other fruits and vegetables that it's equal to in terms of amount in just 1 ounce, it's amazing. And it's so convenient to be able to get it in a 1 or 2 ounce serving every day. So let's have some fun and let's go shopping for what the comparative value of NingXia Red is to other high fruits and vegetables in antioxidants. Come join me on this shopping trip. Let's have some fun. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed my shopping trip here at Whole Foods with me. What you saw I gathered in those 3 carts are the equivalent to 1 ounce of NingXia Red. Can you believe it? It would have been twice that amount for 2 ounces. So if you got tired shopping with me, that's okay. I've got my 2 ounces of NingXia Red, and I hope that you're going to have your 2 ounces today too. So join me in having NingXia Red on a daily basis. Thanks for being with me today at Whole Foods. Chug, 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 chug. This was so much easier doing that than filling 3 shopping carts.
And I agree with her. Well, let's look at the second reason. NingXia has a perfect acid to alkaline balance. In your body, you have alkaline acid, but what creates disease is acid. It breeds viruses, it breeds bacteria, it breeds fungus. And when you can keep your pH neutral, you inhibit the growth of things that you don't want in your body. Everything that we eat converts in the stomach, which has a pH of 2.5. Now, wolfberry goes into the stomach and starts to break down as acid, but the minute it hits the small intestine, it immediately converts back to alkaline. It's acid binding and it's alkaline forming. Only one other food does that, and that's the lemon. Wolfberry is chemically structured to convert because of the amino acid trypsin, which is responsible for the conversion of amino acids into protein. And guess what NingXia is? It's an alkaline protein. It's the most perfect food that could exist. It just gets exciting. The third reason is because of the way it attacks free radicals. Where do free radicals come from? They come from your air. They come from all the electromagnetic fields that are around us now. They come from the stuff that we're eating, including things like chocolate, things like sugar. They are the army guys that are on the wrong side of your health team. They wreak all kind of havoc with your health. You want to outnumber the army with NingXia. Your body does a good job of taking care of oxidative stress, but one of the reasons we age, the reasons we get wrinkly, the reasons we get so tired is because of an excess of free radicals. Everything that's high in the ORAC scale will flush your system pretty well, but your body gets quadrillions of free radicals attacks every day. I mean, 10,000 attacks per cell per day. The body really needs some help. Most nutritional drinks don't do anything against superoxide, and that's the worst free radical because those drinks are so heavily processed. But Gary worked for years to protect the berry all the way to the bottle so you could get the full benefits. The NingXia wolfberry was saved during processing, and that means it's a powerhouse design to really fight the free radicals. And no other food does it that way. Now, the fourth reason is the vitamin mineral pairing that's so balanced. Minerals have to be properly balanced. Too much calcium will result in zinc deficiency. Too much zinc can suppress immunity, and it can lead to anemia. So both the mineral profile and the mineral balance in the NingXia is without equal in the plant kingdom. It has magnesium to calcium ratios of 1:1. It has a zinc to copper ratio of 2:1. And it has a potassium to magnesium ratio of 8:1. It's exactly what the body needs in the proportion that the body needs it. And then the fifth reason is that this is a macronutrient. You are getting a whole food nutrition supplement. It's coming from the plant, not from a synthetic source. It's coming from a food-based source. That means it's easier for your body to process and you'll absorb more of what you're eating. It's also a liquid. So if we were to do a digestive function test, what we're finding is that 98% of us, the test comes back showing that we have a weak and a deficient digestive system, mainly because of medications we've taken, because of a lot of stress, and because of all the processed foods we've eaten over the years. To get NingXia in a liquid form means that you absorb it faster and your body doesn't have to break it down. So it's just so much easier on the body. Now, the sixth reason I want to talk about is that it's infused with essential oils. You've heard this before, but the essential oils in NingXia act as a delivery system to the body. And because it's infused with Young Living premium essential oils, the vitality oils, which are one of the few oils that can be ingested, it increases the absorption rate of NingXia. The tiny oils act as a delivery system for the larger molecules. And then the seventh reason is NingXia has the right sugars. And it also has the right enzymes that your body needs. Now, before I mention this sugar thing, I know a lot of you think that sugar is bad, all sugar, right? But that's not the case. NingXia has the right sugar to open the door to your cell. When our cell membranes are inflamed, when they're oxidized, when they're toxic, when they're lacking in mitochondrial function to energize the receptors that open and close, we don't have any energy. NingXia sugars open the door to our cells so good information can get passed through them. It crosses the lipid layer of the cell and it passes inside. Only 8 sugars on the earth can open the door, and NingXia has 4 of those naturally occurring inside the wolfberry. In addition to that, you are getting the enzymes that you need. By the age of 40, you start losing your digestive enzymes in your gut. But NingXia is loaded with the right enzymes to help you break the food down and get the nutrients out of what you're eating. So you're feeding your body exactly what it needs. There's another important thing about NingXia to remember. It contains every essential amino acid. It contains 13% protein. It's the highest protein content of any fruit. It has trace minerals. It has naturally occurring vitamin B1, vitamin B6, vitamin B2. Those are the energy vitamins. It has more vitamin C than all the fruits and vegetables on earth. So it comes in with 148 milligrams. It has more than parsley and spinach. It has more than oranges that only have 53 milligrams. It has more calcium than cherries and cruciferous veggies. And it has more beta carotene than carrots. It is loaded with fiber because of the skin. Remember that skin of the berry has been preserved. I guess perhaps the best thing about the wolfberry is what it does to your body, what it does to your cells. Now, I know this is a little techie and I'm a little nerdy, but try to hear me out. This is so important to kind of understand. You see, the cell membrane is made up of oils, fats, and phospholipids. There are proteins that are floating around in this very liquid and very flexible sea of fat. And the proteins are like antennas that pick up messages from other cells. You know, the messages that come into the cell, they have names like insulin and thyroid enzymes and digestive enzymes and neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Well, they are messengers that do not work well until you attach them to the right sugars. And then you get to see the power of nutrition because the fats, the proteins, and the sugar are all needed. But if you're eating the wrong sugar, you're actually rendering the structure of the cell membrane dysfunctional. And if cell communication breaks down, then your health breaks down. So if you mess up the cell membrane, you will need more insulin to get the job done. And we know now that about 40% of people are insulin resistant. If a man has a waist of more than 40 inches and a woman of more than 35 inches, they are insulin resistant. And that is why you want to stay away from bad sugar. But it is so important. Let me just see if I can wrap this all up, the science part, in 2 sentences. The NingXia wolfberry and good nutrition can impact your cell membrane. It helps cellular communication take place. It gives the mitochondria the energy it needs. It provides micronutrients and it feeds the mitochondria. And it has the right sugar to open the cell door. When you eat poorly, your cells get all mucked up. That lipid layer on the outside of the cell gets all sticky. The cells stack on top of one another like coins. But NingXia wipes away the doorway clean, and it increases the surface area so that the good information can get past the cell. Let's see if you can take a look at this through a microscope and see how it works.
This is a blood sample of somebody before taking NingXia, and this is actually a great example of an unhealthy cell. See how it's stacked like coins? What this means is the cells are right on top of each other. There's very little surface area to them. A lot of it's crowded, which means can't get a whole lot of oxygen in there, which means can't really detox itself, can't breathe, can't take in nutrients, can't detox. Oxygen is what we really need to emit what we don't need, take in what we do need. So this person was given 1 ounce of NingXia Red. 15 minutes later, this is what their blood looked like. Isn't that awesome? So that's a healthy state in the body. So how many of you guys drank your NingXia Red packet when you walked in?
Well, again, I want to point out that NingXia is not healing the body. It's actually cleaning cell receptor sites so the body can do its own work. The body can communicate with the cells so that it can be its healthiest. It comes alongside the body so it can do what it was created to do. So I know, let's talk about some different ways just real quickly on how you can actually enjoy NingXia. I'm just sharing a few little recipes that we have here that show different ways, just taking 1 to 2 ounces a day. You can always infuse it with different essential oils. Again, remembering Young Living is one of the only ones I know that have vitality essential oils, which can be ingested, and they can add to the benefit of your NingXia, whether it's just enjoyable taste or whether you're also looking for some additional health benefits as well. If you take a part in our challenge, you'll be getting some fun recipes like this that you can have for yourself. But I know you're asking, how can I get started as we wrap up this class? So let me tell you real quickly, just some ways that you can very inexpensively include NingXia into your budget and into your diet. The best way is if this is your first time ordering with us, we have a special premium starter bundle that's only $135, but you're going to have 1 to 2 months supply of NingXia here at only 85 cents an ounce. It includes the bottles, it includes the packets with it, and also it includes our very special Nitro, which is an energy booster. Many people really enjoy the NingXia Red combo pack. It comes with 2 bottles and the box of 30 sachets, and it's only $1.43 an ounce for you to enjoy that. Or for those that want the really family special, they get the NingXia Red Essentials Rewards packet. With this packet, they're going to get 4 bottles. They get 30 of the sachet packets, and it is only $1.22 an ounce, and it really works well for families. Some people, you just really want convenience, you want it quick. I like the singles because the singles can be carried with me in my purse. I can make sure I have it in the car, I can have it at work, and they don't have to be refrigerated, but you can refrigerate it. You can even freeze them and eat them, enjoy them like a popsicle, and that's so fun too. And then others may just want to get it in the bottles. The bottles come in 2 packs, 4 packs, 6 packs, or 8 packs. A 2-pack is only $1.52 an ounce, and an 8-pack is only $1.31 an ounce. So what kind of beverage can you get at that cost? And then that's not even talking about how you're investing in your health. I want to just share just a few little short stories that people have told me after they have started taking NingXia. One person said, drinking NingXia has given me so much energy and eliminated that obnoxious brain fog I used to get. Another person said, I began to forget to drink my coffee. They were trying to come off of caffeine, and they found that the NingXia was a wonderful way to invest in their bodies and their health. Someone else said, since taking 2 ounces of NingXia every morning, my energy stays consistent throughout the entire day without feeling like I'm ready for a nap around 2. I finally have regular bathroom time daily rather than a couple of times per week, and I no longer struggle with painful stiff joints upon waking every day. I absolutely notice a difference when I don't take it, and I'm 49 and female. I like the last one because they said, to be honest, I didn't notice much effect until I ran out between my orders. Then it hit me. This stuff was the difference between being able to cope with life and sitting in the recliner every day in a very blue funk. I have never run out since. Well, I would just like to invite you, as we're talking about this, to join in on our 30-day NingXia challenge. And you can start it at any time. But what you'll be doing is 30 days of taking 2 ounces of NingXia, 30 days of committing to walking every day. And you can do that 30 minutes altogether. You can do 2 15-minute breaks during the day. You can do 3 10-minute breaks during the day. The body was intended to move. And just walking through your house is a way to help with your fitness. So think about how you can get 30 minutes of movement in every day with your 2 ounces of NingXia. And then finally, with this challenge, we're asking you to consider to cut out your sugar for just 30 days, or at least reduce it, and notice just how wonderful you feel. Notice the difference. If you opt into our challenge, and all you need to do is go to naturallynozella.com to do that, you're going to receive some daily emails of encouragement, some recipes, some tips, and we also have a special tracker to help you along. And we invite you to join our Facebook group, Naturally Nozella Facebook group, because there we also are encouraging one another and including other special tips and resources. It's really, really easy for you to order Young Living. You can go to naturallynozella.com on my website, just click on order. You can go to the Young Living website and just click on, and you just put the items that you want into your cart. If you're new, remember you can get that special premium starter bundle at that very low cost. If someone has invited you today, please go back to them and ask them to take you through ordering so that they could get credit for your order, but it is so very easy for you to do, and we want to get you to get started as quickly as possible. I just want to really thank you today for being with us. I want to thank you for taking this time to even get the information that will help you invest in your health. And remember, if someone invited you here today, thank them, because they have blessed you and you can bless them. If you would like, you could take a picture of the QR code that will immediately take you to where you can place your order. Here's my contact information. Please reach out to me. I am committed to helping you be the healthiest that you want to be. Take care. Have a very, very, very wonderful day today. I have so much enjoyed being with you.